What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are here again with another podcast. This is podcast episode 3 because you guys are killing it with the love on all the podcasts. And guess what? I got a surprise this time. Whoopah! We got a second camera going. So now we get to switch between this one and that one. And it's going to be cool because we have the two cameras so you can see different perspectives, make it a little bit more entertaining. So I'm excited for that to happen. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this shirt, this is my Pro Reveler t-shirt that I got from Revel. I'm wearing it because I just filmed my promotional video for them because I thought it'd be a fun thing to do, and they had asked for something like that to show off like some of the gear, and I was like, heck yeah, let's do it, because I love filming. So I made that cool video, so make sure you go check that out. It's on my Instagram, link always in the description. Make sure you go check out that video because it's actually a pretty sick video. So thank you again, like I said, for the love and the support. You guys are loving these videos. I appreciate all of you who are watching them and enjoying them. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget those post notifications so you see when I post. Whew, let's get that out of the now that we've gotten that out of the way. Today we're going to be talking about lighter topics, just something easy, something simple. First off, choreography pickup. What I mean by that, I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast today. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Choreography pickup is, as a dancer, I think it is crucially important. It is. I know it is crucially important to be able to pick up choreography fast, like to be able to do it just like right on the spot. And I think some dancers are lacking the training of learning and practicing how to pick up combinations and how to pick up choreography as quickly as possible. Because when you get out there into the real world, I'm not there yet. But I do know, and I have been told by my mentors, by my teachers, and by my instructors that, they don't wait on you. You don't have the combination. You're out. You're out the building. Like, you're done. That's all you get. And so I like to train, and I like to challenge myself to practice learning fast. Even if the teacher or choreographer is taking it slow and learning it fast, I make sure I have it within the first 3 times of seeing it in front of me. So I take and I see and I look at what's happening in front of me, and I'm like, okay, let me just apply this to myself right now, and then I get it in my body. And once I have it in my body, one of the cool things about this, let me tell you, one of the really cool things about getting the choreography quickly and getting it in your body as soon as possible is the fact that you don't, you see people on the sides like panicking and like trying to like figure out the choreography as they're doing it in the groups, and I'm just like sitting there laying back, and I get to watch the other people dance because it is so in my body already. It's already in my body. Like, I don't have to worry about remembering it or going over it to make sure I don't forget it. It's just right there and ready. It's already in my brain. I already got it locked in there. So I think that is so important. And I challenge you, if you are a dancer and you're like, man, choreography is not my thing. It's like, I can't really do it that well. You have a hard time picking it up. Maybe that's you. Then I challenge you to, whenever you're learning choreography, every time, to learn it as quickly as you possibly can. Not waiting for the choreographer to be like, okay, next step, we're going to move on. Be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many times it takes you, but challenging yourself to do it as fast as possible. And I think that is crucially important in the professional dance world, especially if you want to be a professional dancer. So always keep that in mind. And continue to train that way. Through the rest of your career, because if you're a person in an audition and there's another person who maybe is a better dancer, maybe they're a better dancer, but you know the choreography better and quicker, and you execute it better, faster, that choreographer or that artist or whoever's hiring you is going to be like, well, no brainer. Like, I get, like, they can do like a higher kick or their foot's better, but it's like no brainer to them to be like, oh, like, he's got my choreography or she's got my choreography and that looks good, So stuff like that is going to separate you from the rest of the world, from the rest of the dance community. And I think now more than ever, separating yourself is going to be so important to your dance career because of the saturation of the dance world at the moment. You know, there's a lot of us. We're all, everybody's trying to make it. Whatever career you're in, you're always trying to make it. You're always trying to be better than the person over there. Whoever, nobody's over there, but I'm just saying it's a better person than the person over there as an expression. But you want to stand out, and that means taking their choreography and making it your own, doing it every time to the best of your ability, and just practicing that. Going from choreography to our next topic is rest. Moment of silence for that one. Because some of us, we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do that very well. As dancers, and I know most of you who are watching are, it's hard for us to stop. It's hard for us to take a second and just like sit on the couch, or take a second or take a break from dance because you're injured. You're like, no, 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 no. Oh, sorry, I don't know if the audio was weird on that. You're like, no, like I'm not gonna stop because like, oh, I have a sprained ankle. Like, you're gonna keep pushing forward, even though that might affect you like heavily later on in the future. You're still not going to stop because, that's just the way we roll sometimes. And I'm guilty of it myself. But I think rest needs to be put into our schedule. It needs to be implemented into our schedule. And I know that's hard for those of you who go to school, but I think, and I've been really bad at this myself, as taking a day to do nothing, or taking a day to sleep in more than usual, or just planning out time to just stop for a second, stop whatever you're doing, whether it's homework, whether it's being at school, being at dance, whatever the hobbies you have. Maybe that is your rest, though. Maybe your hobby is your rest, and maybe that's what you need to regain your sanity sometimes because of all the stuff that's going on in life. Maybe just stopping and scheduling time to do nothing, to just absolutely do nothing, because I've noticed myself that I have been that I get myself to a point of exhaustion, and I'm like done, and I'm having hard times just functioning during the day. And so I've taken days where I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna like sleep in more. I'm not gonna set an alarm, and I do this at least once or twice a week. And then it's occasional, but the days that I'll go and I'll take a day to do nothing, that's very rare. But maybe it's just a couple hours for you, and that's what I try to do. Is that in between my events that are going on during the day, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna take this time, I'm gonna rest, I'm gonna do nothing, recoup, and so I can go later in the day and go to practice or whatever it is. And I think that is so important because of the amount of energy that I've gotten back from just taking one day a week, taking 2 days a week, a couple hours to just do nothing, a day or two to just rest, sleep in, not set an alarm, and taking the weekend. I think that's the best way to describe it, is taking your weekend and making it a weekend and just canceling, not trying to stay up as late as possible, sleeping in, taking your days to rest, not do anything, not think about anything, just cut it all out, and giving yourself time to recoup, regain, so you're ready for the next week. And so you're recharged and you have the ability to go to dance and to go to work and go to school, recharge and refuel, so you can be the best version of yourself. It is so helpful. Noticing the change in my attitude, the change in my energy has been drastic, and I want you to experience that same level of energy and the same level of clarity in your mind, like the amount of clarity that I can get And it also helps you pick up choreography faster when you have a clear mind and when you're rested. And so those two go hand in hand. If you cannot perform in your studio, at your convention, at the competition, whatever it is, if you cannot perform to your 100%, to your best ability, then you're wasting your time. Like, you need to make sure that you have the right nutrition. We'll get into that. That's another podcast we're going to do. Nutrition. We're going to get in, like, you're going to cut into the important time that you are given at the studio or at competition or convention if you're not properly resting your body and your mind. And choreography will be even harder to pick up if you are not rested. Those two go hand in hand. And so now I challenge you to try taking one day out of the week, at least one, going to bed at a decent time, whatever that is for you, and waking up with no alarm whenever your body is like, okay, I'm ready to wake up, and see how different your week is. See how different your day is. See how different like your life will be. Like watch it just like change drastically. And maybe for some of you, maybe you're just like, oh, I'm like always tired, like that's just the way it is. Like, maybe that's the case. Maybe you're just like, you're not thinking about it, but that you're constantly running your body down. You're constantly just pushing and pushing and pushing to get this outcome of everything needs to be done, and you're just overworking yourself. And so now you need to take a second and stop and rest. And going back to choreography, if you're not rested and you're staying up late at conventions and you have to be up early the next day for convention classes and you're just struggling in the back trying to get the choreography, that's not a good use of your time. It's not a good use of your money. So taking that couple hours off your phone at night or whatever you're doing, or going to the pool, whatever it is, like taking that out, going to bed early, waking up feeling good and refreshed and have a clear mind to get ready to soak up all that knowledge that these teachers are giving you, so you can soak it up and put it in your body so you can learn and progress. That being said, don't forget, we're done. That's it. That's all I have to say. That was like a motivational speech in my opinion. So thank you for watching. I think that camera cut out. So, but thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. Link is always in the description. Go ahead and check out my previous podcast. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check out my YouTube page. If you haven't seen my previous vlogs, I've got some also funny old videos on there if you want to go check those out. Be sure to subscribe, comment topics that you want to see in the future, like this video, and turn on those post notifications so you can see when I post next. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.